Hello, welcome to a new sketchbook session where I'm going to take you through the process of sketching in pen and ink during a relaxing morning by the lake at the cottage. I also did a few other ink sketches that I'll show you at the end of the video as well. I've been really excited to try my new ink pens lately, and I thought this would be the perfect opportunity. Oh, I didn't get you. Oh my goodness. Yeah. These pens are actually brush pens, which I don't typically use. But I recently bought the Sakura Pigma Professional brush pens, both the medium and the fine tip, as well as a new sketchbook designed for pen and ink. So my subject is a lovely old A-frame cottage. It has so much character with wavy, multi-pane windows and towering old growth pine trees surrounding it. It's nestled in the back of my composition, overlooking the lake with a couple of canoes, various trees, and a blend of pine needles in the foreground. I'm starting by sketching out a basic layout of lines that define the image first, and then I'm moving around the page and adding different details. I'm adding shadows and contrast with larger, darker shapes, things like the window panes with the reflection of the light, and different shadows in and around the cottage. I'm really enjoying the process of loosely sketching while I'm sitting and relaxing by the lake. I have no expectations of myself for this because I'm using this time to play around with my new brush pen and see what it can do and how I want to use it. I love that I can get these nice thick black strokes with this pen. It's really great. I really like to think about contrast, values, light and shadow, as well as textures when I'm doing artwork like this. Because when you're drawing in black and white, all of those different elements help to bring the piece together and accentuate and separate different parts of the composition. So you can see I have the canoe in the foreground, which I've left mostly as a white shape, and it sits in contrast to some of the shadows and dark areas in behind, as well as some of the trees and branches that are hanging down in front of the cottage. One of the things I really like about this composition are the different lines within the drawing. You have the vertical lines of the trees, the horizontal lines of the canoe, the cottage, and the deck, as well as the sweeping lines of the tree branches. They all intersect with each other and help to direct your eye around the image, while adding interest to the composition and framing the cottage within. Doing this adds a lot of depth perception and interest to the piece. Because I'm using a thicker brush pen, I'm not drawing every detail. I'm implying detail or drawing the idea of the things that I see. So sometimes it's just a basic shape of the negative space to show maybe a shadow or dark area, or it might be line work that defines or suggests the detail. I have to say, after using the pens for a bit, I'm really loving them. I'm having a lot of fun and enjoying the more spontaneous, looser style of sketching that I've ended up leaning into with them. I'm pretty happy with the sketch so far, but we're leaving the cottage and heading home, so I ended up working on it a little bit more when I got back. I added a little bit more detail throughout, and then I adjusted some of the angles of the railing, added more dark areas, and I used one of my white jelly roll pens and pulled out a bit more white in a few areas. Throughout the week, I also did some other sketches. These were the ones I did initially to try and practice and experiment with the pens. I did this quick sketch and decided to add some color with my Posca markers, and I really love the fun energy that they give to it. This is such a pretty view across the lake with the dock in the foreground and the water and the trees. It was just another rough initial sketch playing with the pens. And here I did a quick sketch with the fine-tipped brush pen. It has a really nice feel and you can get quite a varied line thickness. These are more initial practice sketches. The one on the left is unfinished. I need to add more contrast and dark ink in the foreground. The cottage sketch is just a quick glimpse, but I added some subtle color using a few Tombow markers. This was another sketch I did quickly to capture some family memories of a quiet break from the sun and the water. It's not finished, so maybe I'll come back to it one day. This sketch is my very favorite of all of the ones that I did. The cottage is surrounded by beautiful, old, majestic pine trees that tower above the shoreline. I love the composition of this sketch. You can see that the trees themselves alone are about 2/3 of the sketch, and the cottage in foreground is only about 1/3 at the bottom. I did this sketch from just in front and below the cottage so that I could really emphasize the grandeur of these beautiful trees. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed seeing my sketches. Please like and subscribe if you did, or if you'd like to see more art videos. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.